Although the first pass translation of CircGR from C# to C++ was, for the most part, successful, there were a couple of shortcomings in terms of accuracy. Accuracy for the classification of gestures suffered a bit due to the way the anchor calculations were performed. For instance, if we take a look at the gesture set that was used to test the actual API, we only got to have the CircGR API classification system properly classify the A-column gestures because of the way that the anchors are specified in the classification process. Another shortcoming included implementing best practices in C++ code. The code base from C# was relatively large, and there were a lot of mathematical equations in order to translate, and due to time constraint, some of the best practices in C++ were overlooked, and a rough kind of one-to-one translation were performed in a lot of the functions to methods, which is also explained in my research paper. Another shortcoming includes the restructuring the API that was written in C++. It should be rewritten in a way that provides a better design style, such as an interface, so that it is a more user-friendly solution for developers to create gestures and being able to interact more with the API. Also explained in the research paper. And the last shortcoming includes adding a clean screen functionality for the Scratchpad, which I did not have time to complete. Once again, the Scratchpad is basically an example of how to implement the API for a touch-sensitive application. The only issue is that whenever you use the application, as you will see in the user guide, once a gesture is actually inputted into the Scratchpad or the application window, you must close the application after it has recognized a gesture and open it back up again to input another gesture. So those are basically all the shortcomings that I could think of for this particular iteration of the project.